Okay, so lesson 13 group meeting. How do you guys feel about the preparation?
I had trouble. I made a note and I'm looking for it. I had trouble. The file would not open for the hypothesis test in regards to the math class, like who made more money thing. The second part.
I had problems with that too. And I even
Mine-
had a tutor helping me.
My file, it just kept, it loaded up and then it just kept spinning. And even I reloaded it again and it would not let me get on it. So I didn't actually, okay, so technically I didn't compute the t-score, the degrees of freedom, or the p-value, but the rest of it I did. And that's the things you would have just gotten off the app, the Excel file anyways.
Yeah.
I did the rest of it. I just, for some reason, I couldn't get it to open. And I'm going to be really honest. I found out like about midnight last night that I had like 15 hours of work to do for work in the next 2 days, and I'm off for fall break. So I was like, well, I don't have time to mess with this. So
Yeah.
I tried for about 15 minutes, and then I just kind of read the information off and went from there because I couldn't wait.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Anyways.
That's not a big deal. But
I was also going to mention, I noticed the instructor put a note about the group quiz.
Mhm.
Did you guys see that?
No.
But I didn't read it. I meant to though.
It says, here's a hint for the lesson 13 group quiz. It requires you read the problems very carefully and be sure you know what variable you are calling group 1 and what variable you are calling group 2. The Excel data file for the last group of problems is not in the most convenient order, and there have already been a couple of groups who struggled with those. And also, if you get any message that comes up saying something about SPSS, just to ignore it.
Okay.
So I thought it was interesting, though, that she sent that out, and so I was going to mention it to you guys.
Cool.
So did you guys understand this? Everybody,
I
other
think
than struggling with that one part? It's not that different than what we've been doing.
No, I think the hard part, at least for me, is just remembering that they're two separate things. So
yeah,
that's what's gonna be hard for me. But that's it.
Well, in this one, it looks like what the deal is with this one is where the last one, they were essentially related somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This time, not. So, anyways, anybody got anything else?
I don't have anything. I'm ready to start when you guys are.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Let's rock and roll.
All right.
I was just clearing out my Excel sheet. So, okay, group meeting quiz.
I think there's 18 questions.
Okay, that's not nice, Emily. That's mean.
Sorry, I was looking at it before I joined the Hangout.
And I'll tell you, it is starting to snow where I am. Well, where Hyla and I are, and it is so cold.
It dropped so quickly.
Yeah, it just really fast got cold, and it's like that deep cold.
Yeah.
I went to Walmart this morning for one of my clients, and it was decent. I had a jacket on going in Walmart. Walking out 15 minutes later, I was like, put my jacket together.
Yeah, it's warm here. I mean, not warm. I mean, yeah, like according to, I looked it up just now, and it's like 85 right now.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And we're getting snow. What's it like in Rexburg?
Every now and then we get a little flurry, but it doesn't really stick or last long. But the temperature stays around 30s, 40s here.
It, as I say, yeah, it kind of hangs in the 40s there. It is I was gonna see if I could pull. Oh, it's 29 degrees currently, and we have snow showers.
Wow.
There
Mom,
you go.
in
So
where they are, it's 29 degrees.
it's like snowing like rain.
Gross.
Okay.
Okay. So
So now that we know that
One.
some of us are cold and some of us are not. Okay, so question 3. What requirements must be checked when conducting a hypothesis comparing two means with independent samples? And I would say, I have it highlighted in my notes, a simple random sample drawn from each population, and X is normally distributed.
yeah, I think it's the first two.
I think so too.
Okay.
Emily?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, no problem. See, I just don't want to leave you.
No, maybe I was talking over someone, but yeah, no, I got it too.
Okay. So question 4. The statistic for a hypothesis test comparing two means with independent samples is a t-score, right?
That's what I would think.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
test.
me too.
I'm like flipping really quick to see. I agree.
A test
I do
statistic
too.
is a t-score, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so question 5. Two samples are independent if it's the second one, right?
Yes,
Correct.
because they're unrelated.
Cool.
Yes.
So they wouldn't have anything to do with, one doesn't have anything to do with the other. For the next 6 questions, use the data dentist office bills. The data represents a simple random sample of dental bills at a dentist office in Idaho Falls and a dentist office in Rexburg. Let mean 1 be the mean bill at the Idaho Falls office and 2 be the Rexburg office. So 1 is IF and 2 is Rexburg. Perform the hypothesis test to determine if the mean bill at the Idaho Falls office is less. Idaho Falls is less than Rexburg, which means we have the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Use the level significance of A equals 10.10. So here we go.
Okay.
And this is the one where she said, I have hiccups. I'm sorry, you guys. This is the one where she said to be careful that it's not set. I don't know why she said that. It looks okay. So
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Idaho Falls is 1, Rexburg is 2.
Yep.
Oops, enable editing. Oops.
So, how do we find the degrees of freedom if it doesn't give us a sample size? Because I know in the chapter it had like the decimal places, but it was like, don't worry about it. I was like, okay.
If
It gives you the degrees of freedom.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna paste all of this into it's independent. The data is independent, so I believe we paste it into
the 2 sample t-test.
Okay, I pasted mine into the 2 sample t-test because that's the only one that I think that's the only one that's not the only one we have with 2 slots. But I did that, and it gives you the degrees of freedom.
Yeah.
Because I have 37.996. I went into the 2 sample t-test.
Yep, that's what I have too.
Okay.
I'm almost okay. So where am I looking? Oh, you said 30. Oh no, wait. Did you say 37.996?
I did.
Oh, okay. And was it not equal to in the problem?
Wait a minute. That I didn't look at. It is no. It's less than.
I wonder if that changes.
So
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Oh,
Oh, it
It
does.
does change it. So make sure you have your type of test at less than.
Well, my p-value changed, but my degrees of freedom didn't.
No, my degrees of freedom didn't.
Oh,
yeah. I was gonna say mine didn't change.
Okay.
What I meant watching that p-value roll over though was surprising.
Yeah.
the degrees of freedom is 37.996.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my thing isn't on. Okay. Number 7. What is the sample standard deviation for Rexburg?
Now remember, Rexburg is variable 2.
There's 2. Okay.
Anybody?
Okay.
It's on there.
Variable 2. So 206.637.
That's what I have.
That's what I have too. I got confused for a
That's what I
second
got.
because yesterday when we used the chart, it had like 3 columns, but now it's only got the 2 because they're independent. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. 206.637.
So,
Okay.
Kyla,
So
you want to do number 8?
Okay, what is the test statistic?
So you just need to read it off your Excel sheet under the t-score, where it says T and then DF and then the p-value. You just need to read it off of that.
I don't see that.
Okay, are you using the 2-sample t-test?
I'm using what they had on the quiz.
Okay, so
are you in
plug
Excel?
Yeah, I'm in Excel.
which Excel
The
sheet
dentist
are-
office bills.
Okay.
No. Okay, but which Excel sheet did you put your information on? Because you take that information and then you put it into an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, they don't have the quantitative inference, the one we're all using on this quiz. You have to go to the chapter to get it.
Okay, Emily, you just totally lost me.
Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't know if she had it open or not, but yeah. Because you can't get the quantitative inference Excel sheet from the quiz. You have to go to the chapter to download that file.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Miranda. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I keep opening it from like my recent places.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay. Let's just move this on. So it asks, what is the test statistic? And looking at my quantitative inference procedure, my t-score is negative 0.434.
That's what I have.
I have to.
Negative.
So Hyla, are you in the Excel spreadsheet yet?
Oh, I'm trying to get there.
Okay. Are you finding where it's at? Do you want me to see if emailing it to you helps?
No,
Okay.
think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which one are we? Which Excel program are we supposed to get into? The descriptive, quantitative Quantitative descriptive?
No.
Quantitative inference procedures.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, got it up.
And then once you have that open, there's going to be pages on the bottom of the spreadsheet, and you want to go to 2 sample t-test.
Got it.
So yeah, we just copied the 2 columns from the dentist one into those 2 columns.
But the columns aren't in order, right? Like you
I
can't
think
just.
they are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, because she also numbered them.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at the dentist one, it says Rexburg Dentist Office Bills, has a parentheses of 2.
Okay.
And Idaho Falls has 1.
Okay. So what number are we on? Number 9 now.
Number 9.
Okay. So while Hyla does that, we can do number 9. So p-value. It lets us know the p-value. So 0.333.
Sounds good.
I love this. All the answers are just coming off of the Excel.
She said at the beginning of this week that as long as you know how to plug into the Excel file, the majority of the work is done.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so number 9's done. Number 10.
What was 9?
9 is 0.333. Do you have all the data copied and pasted into the Excel, or are you still working on that?
Still working on it,
Okay.
but we need to get done.
Okay. So
Hyla,
this
are you
one-
entering each number individually?
No, I'm trying to get it to copy and paste.
Oh.
Make sure that you, when you go to do that, at the top of the sheet, it might say, I already clicked on mine, so it's gone, but it might say something like enable editing, and you want to click that
Oh,
so that it
yeah.
won't let you, because otherwise it won't let you copy and paste. Oops.
Yeah, that gets me every time.
And yeah, and I forgot about that too. Except I don't see that. It just says Dentist Office Bills read only Excel.
It says read only.
Yeah.
I haven't had it come up read only. It's not going to let you copy and paste it if it says read only.
Yeah, you have to enable editing.
You have to enable editing.
It doesn't,
Sorry, go ahead.
it doesn't have that up. All the other ones has enable editing, and this one doesn't. I don't like computers.
That's something you got to conquer to do online school. I will tell you.
Oh.
I remember when I started, because I went through the Pathway program too.
So did I.
I went through 3 years ago, and my daughter kept telling me, "Mom, you have to conquer this because you just have to." I found that I just start clicking on things, and then sooner or later you get a little more comfortable with it. So.
And I think that's part of my problem is because to me, we shouldn't have to be doing all this other stuff. So I'm bucking it. You know, I'm bucking all this hang out on air stuff. I'm bucking that connection, Adobe connection.
I will tell you every class, because this is my 3rd year, and every semester I've had at least a couple of Adobe Connect or Google Hangout or some sort of thing. I'm not good with the Google Hangout. I haven't done it enough that I feel comfortable doing it. I always feel like I'm screwing it up. But yeah, by the end of the semester, I'll be able to do it, and then I won't need it again for a while. But there was that, and there was something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. But anyways, okay. So moving on. What is the correct decision based on our evidence? And I'm looking. So our A is 0.10. Our P value is 0.33. Or our P value is greater. Where's my? There it is. So according to my notes, so if our wait a minute.
If P
is greater, isn't it we
fail to reject the null hypothesis.
I had that little doodah. Oh, there it is. If P is high, keep the guy. So that lovely thing the instructor gave us a while back. Suppose instead that you'd use the alternative hypothesis not equal to. What is the correct decision based on that evidence?
Okay, so go into Excel. The P value will change if we change it from less than to not equal to.
Yes.
So it looks like it changed it, but it's still more than the level of significance.
Yeah.
So I think we still fail to reject the null hypothesis.
So would it be the second one?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I get confused on this.
I do too. I make sense of it in my head somehow, and it like works for me. Like I have no idea why or how I make it make sense, but
Say after Miranda explained it to me, I get it a whole lot better now.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm doing better. My husband had a friend at work whose daughter is helping me, like tutoring me, and I am like in a way better, very, much fewer tears during stats homework now than there were, but I still every now and then I feel a little wonky. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So we have insufficient evidence that the mean dentist bills between the two cities are different. Okay. So let's see. We're going to use this information for the next 6 questions. Using Excel again. Freshman dinner. This data represents the number of times freshman students from Utah and Colorado cook their own dinner in a month. Let mean 1 represent the mean number of times a month that a student from Colorado cooks dinner, and let mean 2 represent this mean for Utah students. Okay.
Okay.
So I think on the chart it's backwards this time instead of in order.
Yeah, that's what I see too, because it says let mean 1 be
Colorado. Yeah, they're backwards.
Yeah, so all we have to do is we can't copy and paste both columns and just put them on in, but that's okay. We can just do 1 column at a time.
Okay, so 1 is Colorado, and 2 is Utah. Utah's got a couple more than Colorado too.
Yeah. Well, I think the first one we can kind of answer
without
on our own a little bit.
Calculating. Yeah.
Yeah, so if the null hypothesis is that the 2 means are equal, then the alternative hypothesis would be that they're not equal.
I agree.
I do too.
Well, I agree, but I thought it's always going to say that because that's just what it is for the independent samples. Like,
you know what? I remember that sounds familiar from the textbook. There was something odd. But that's still the right answer, so we're good.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
so what is the test statistic? And my test statistic is negative 0.845.
Yep, that's what I have too.
845.
Negative 0.845. So make sure, Hyla, make sure you make it negative.
Okay.
How did you guys get that?
I plugged the information in, and then I got it off of the quantitative inference sheet under T.
Yeah, same.
Mine says 0.935. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, wait, hold on.
Did you change your type of test back to not equal to?
Yeah, it hasn't. Yeah, it hasn't changed. So it's all not equal to.
Mm-mm.
Do you have two more on the variable 2?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you get 0.9? Did you get?
Did you paste over the old because on the prep I tried pasting over the old information from the last question and it messed it all up, so my number was wrong, so I ended up having to go back and delete it all and then redo it. I'm just trying to think of why you'd have a different answer than us.
I'll try that because I did do that. I thought the numbers stayed the same, but I'll double check. I'll just see them real quick.
Are the boys coming home? Okay.
No, I've sent them away. They're never coming back.
Sorry.
Actually, I'll be honest. I'm looking around the room. I haven't had dinner yet because I was working on some work stuff. And I'm looking around the room. I'm in going, I got all kinds of school supplies. I have no food. There's nothing.
Yeah. The fourth Sunday of every month, I'm in this nerdy bunko group with my mom and my sister and my grandma. And so they're going. And it started at 6, but don't worry, they're just eating first. But as soon as I get there, I have to eat.
They're eating. So
I'm ready to eat. Okay, so did that fix it, Emily?
Yeah, it did, which is so weird, but thank you. Yeah, that fixed it.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Same. That's why I said it. I'm like, I don't know if you'll have the same problem that I had, but that's what happened to me.
Well, and did you guys notice?
Yeah,
it had that thing on the homework quiz where you had to take stuff out to make your score right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that you only have to do that when it's the paired one. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Let's not talk about it because I'll get confused. Okay.
So what is the p-value?
P-value, I have 0.411.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Hyla, are you with us?
Yep.
Okay.
I had 0.4107, and so it's 0.411.
Right. Okay, so decision, let's see.
Decision, what is our...
So it's bigger than the level of significance.
So we reject the null, and we keep it. Oh my gosh, all I can think about is I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
That's fine. So the p-value is higher. So
High,
we keep the guy, which means we fail to reject.
Okay.
So number 16, determine a 95% confidence interval for 1 minus 2, an estimate of the difference between 1 and 2. Input your answers below. Determine the margin of error for this 95% confidence interval. Okay, and this is where I feel like I glaze over.
So this was one that threw us on Tuesday's quiz when we had to do the margin of error and we didn't know where to look.
Okay, so I think this is how we figure it out. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Okay, so to determine the margin of error, I think what we do is, go back to my notes, is we subtract, so we take we subtract the lower bound from the upper bound, and then we divide by 2.
Okay, negative 5.147. Oh crap. Excuse me. I apologize.
You're good.
You guys, I will be back in about 15 seconds. Give me just a minute.
That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, Grace, I'm doing my class. Can I call you back in about 15 minutes? Are you okay? Okay, I'll call you back. Love you. Bye.
Miranda, you said that we
Sorry about
subtract the lower from the upper.
Yes.
So it would be 2.214 minus the other number.
Yes, because that's the lower from the upper.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Worst
back. Sorry.
You're good.
When my kids who live out of state call me, I always answer.
I don't blame you. I would do the same thing.
Oh yeah, because you want to make sure they're okay.
I can't subtract because I'm subtracting a negative. So do I add it?
Yeah.
Yeah, minus a negative is adding.
6.3. So it's 7.361. And then you said divide by 2?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 0.1 divided by 2. I got 3.681.
That's what I got too.
Same here. Miranda,
Okay,
how did you figure that out? Did you learn it from your tutor?
I did.
Well,
Yeah,
by
so
candy bar.
so upper minus lower divided by 2, margin of error. That's the formula I wrote down.
Minus
Cool.
I tell her all the time, and
Divided
she's like, "No, yes, you would." I tell her, I'm like, if I did not have your help, I don't know how I would do this class.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm like
So then,
I'm like 95% sure that that's correct. 95% incompetence interval. Just kidding, but
I will take it. I will take it. 3.
okay. So then, just taking it straight off the Excel, lower bound is negative 5.147.
Negative 5.147. And then the upper bound is 2.214.
Right. Okay. So done. I'm submitting. See, last time, I don't know, you guys probably don't remember, you probably blocked it out, but last time I had Bunko group on Thursday. It was a really difficult chapter, so I was like an hour late because it was really hard.
I do remember. That was horrible. Well,
Okay.
girls, congratulations.
Yay! Okay.
We did it again. I'm so proud of us.
Me too. Okay.
Thank you, lady.
No problem. I'm going to end.
Okay.